Good morning, Skip Simmons, Operations Section Chief with Rocky Mountain Team 1 with your morning update for the Gold Mountain Fire. We'll start down here in Division Alpha Delta. Here's the town of Ouray. Alpha Delta will be unstaffed today. All the repair work has been completed. Moving on into Division Foxtrot, suppression repairs continuing throughout the whole division. A lot of the southern portion has been completed, and we're moving up into Division Hotel Kilo to help them out. Moving over to the east a bit, where you can see the H, which represents handline. We've added some containment in here due to the work of a wildfire mod that has been there, hotspotting and securing that edge. We will continue to have a presence in there and make sure it maintains that security. Moving up in Division Hotel Kilo, again, continuing that suppression repair work. The folks out on the line are still finding more lines as we get out there here on day 3. A lot of that work gets done as we move north, and we'll continue that work, as well as pulling any kind of structure protection along the entire branch here in Branch 1. Up here in the north of Hotel Kilo, a lot of intermix between federal lands and the private lands. So our goal in there is anything that we affected the land on, whether that's federal or state, we'll maintain the same standards, getting that back as close as we can to its original state, mitigating the erosion control. So that's including water bars and pushing a berm down and pulling brush back in. Up here, moving over to Branch 3, we'll start in Division Papa, coming across the Cimarron Mountain Road here. Again, a lot of that intermixed private and BLM land, continuing that suppression repair. As we move down south in Papa, this area here will continue that land here, or continue that suppression repair in the Forest Service lands, moving into Romeo. Starting in Romeo up top here, continue that suppression repair. As we said, all of Branch 3 is going to get that chipping, brushing, again, trying to put the land back to what its state was before we got here. Coming south, down here, as we previously spoke about the last few days, there's a piece here that we've had a hotshot crew in there, continually going there and hotspotting and securing that edge. What we're calling the Mohawk right here, right along the county line, we have 2 rock ridges on each side with continuous fuels that move north. Yesterday, we had a short squad from the hotshot crew go in there and secure that with some bucket drops. That happened about noon. The folks were able to get off the line in the afternoon before the thunderstorms came in. So that was a very successful mission. We'll continue to get IR flights in there and mitigate having to get people in there every day, keeping an eye on it, seeing that the heat sources are slowly diminishing each day. Moving down even further over here on the 858, we'll continue removing any substance, dirt, brush out of the ditches and culverts to mitigate that flooding issues. We'll bump over here down south where you see this hand line. Since that IHC crew is done in there, they have moved over here into the East Fork, continue to do what they did here, checking that line, hotspotting, seeing what needs to be done to keep that secure. We'll bump over to uniform now. Up here in the high mesa, continuing that suppression repair work, finding areas where we're gonna remove that woody debris, get it into piles, get the logs that were removed into decks. As well, over in Johnson Park, removing the structure protection. Generally on the whole fire where it's appropriate and we don't feel there's any threat to structures, pulling that structure protection, that's a big mission. It's a big logistical mission to pull all that stuff out, get it back into camp, get it back into the cache system so we can get it out to other fires. Down in Division Zulu, it is unstaffed, but we have added containment. down here, and as well as right here left of the branch 3. And that's the end of our operational update.